Did you try to be faithful and honorable to your wife?
Yes, absolutely.
You might have missed Princess Diana's most provocative moment for Charles at a 1994 party. She showed up in a daring, off-the-shoulder black dress that Charles absolutely hated, sending a clear message. How could anyone cheat on a woman who looks this stunning? Experts noted that Charles appeared visibly shaken by Diana's bold new look. After that moment, Diana's black dress went down in royal history, and they called it the revenge dress. Let's listen to the complicated story behind this dress. There is a shocking truth behind it. The dress, a sleek black off-the-shoulder silk piece designed by Christina Stambolian, nearly did not make it to the public eye. Initially, Princess Diana hesitated to wear the daring number, considering it too bold for her taste. The designer herself disclosed that Diana initially found the dress too daring, reflecting a level of modesty and apprehension that contrasted sharply with the bold statement the dress would eventually make. According to Claudia Joseph, author of Diana, A Life in Dresses, the People's Princess contemplated a more subdued version of the dress. Diana thought the dress might be better suited in white, a color more traditionally associated with her public appearances and royal duties. However, Stambolian convinced Diana that black would suit her perfectly, enhancing her elegance and sophistication. This advice led to Diana's eventual choice of the black dress, which she kept unworn until the right moment presented itself. That moment came during a glamorous Vanity Fair event at the Serpentine Gallery in London. On the night of June 29, 1994, Princess Diana stepped out in the Stambolian dress, creating an unforgettable spectacle. Her choice of attire was not merely a fashion statement, but a powerful act of self-assertion. The timing of her appearance was particularly poignant as it coincided with the airing of a television program where Prince Charles admitted to his infidelity, marking a significant point in their highly publicized and tumultuous marriage. The media quickly dubbed the outfit the revenge dress, interpreting it as Diana's subtle yet powerful response to Prince Charles's revelation. The press and public saw it as Diana's way of saying, "Look what you're missing," using fashion as a means of reclaiming her narrative and independence. However, Joseph suggests that Diana's intentions might not have been solely about revenge. "I'm not sure how much revenge was actually in her mind when she wore it," Joseph recounted, indicating that Diana's choice was likely more about feeling confident and beautiful amidst the personal turmoil she was experiencing. Princess Diana's iconic revenge dress might seem like just another glamorous gown to many today, but at the time, it was an act of open defiance that reverberated throughout the royal family and beyond. Diana's choice to wear the dress was not merely a fashion statement. It was a bold declaration of independence and self-assertion, challenging the rigid conventions that the royal family strictly adhered to. The royal family has always maintained a stringent set of rules governing their public appearance, dictating everything from clothing to accessories and even nail polish. These protocols are deeply ingrained in the tradition and image of the monarchy, ensuring that every member, from the queen to the youngest, projects an image of decorum and propriety. This meticulous attention to appearance is part of the royal family's strategy to maintain a dignified and consistent public persona. One of the more specific rules favored by Queen Elizabeth II was that women's skirts should be cut at the knee or just below. This guideline was meant to ensure a conservative and modest appearance, aligning with the values and image the monarchy sought to uphold. The press saw that black dress as a statement of, "Look what you're missing," using the dress to project an image of confidence and strength. Diana's big smile as she exited her car, captured in numerous photographs, suggested that she was not only unbothered by flouting royal protocol, but was perhaps even reveling in the act of defiance. Her demeanor that night conveyed a message of empowerment and self-assurance. However, the truth behind Diana's confidence and provocation is a completely opposite spirit. Christina Stambolian revealed to The Sun that Diana had purchased the dress years before she actually wore it. This delay in wearing the dress underscores a deliberate decision on Diana's part, suggesting that she was saving it for an occasion that warranted its powerful statement. The night she chose to debut the dress was not just any night. It was the evening Prince Charles publicly admitted to his infidelity in a televised interview. Diana's choice of attire was not a mere coincidence, but a calculated act of defiance. Stambolian described Diana's demeanor that night as one of controlled anger and determination. She was clearly angry. She played it like Odile, in black. She wore bright red nail enamel, which we had never seen her do before, Stambolian recounted. The reference to Odile, the black swan from Tchaikovsky's ballet Swan Lake, is telling. Odile is the dark, seductive counterpart to the pure and innocent Odette, symbolizing Diana's break from her traditionally demure and conservative public image. By choosing to wear the black dress with bright red nail enamel, Diana was signaling a departure from her past, embracing a more assertive and independent persona. Stambolian noted, "She was saying, 'Let's be wicked tonight.'" The technical details of the dress further highlight its uniqueness and the statement it made. According to Stambolian's website, the dress featured a ruched, asymmetrical bodice with cap sleeves, and the skirt is also ruched horizontally, being caught up to a sash at the side which falls beyond the hem. These design elements contributed to the dress's dramatic and sophisticated look, making it stand out even more in the fashion world. The Telegraph referred to the dress as strategic, a claim that Stambolian seems to endorse. The dress's design and Diana's timing in wearing it were indeed strategic, reflecting her understanding of the power of fashion as a form of communication. By choosing this particular dress, Diana was not only breaking royal protocol but also reclaiming her narrative and asserting her independence. Reportedly, on that day, Princess Diana made a significant sartorial choice that would be etched in fashion history. Initially, she planned to wear a sophisticated dress by Valentino to the Vanity Fair party at the Serpentine Gallery. However, the plan took an unexpected turn when her intended outfit was leaked to the media ahead of the event. This premature disclosure forced Diana to reconsider her options, and in a moment of decisive spontaneity, she opted for a different dress, a dress that would later be known as the revenge dress. There's another reason why Diana's 1994 dress became a challenge to Charles, is its color. Maybe you don't know, Charles and Diana had a conflict about choosing black outfits before, and that's why he never liked the idea of Diana wearing a black dress. Specifically, before Princess Diana and Prince Charles attended a fundraiser that marked their first public appearance since their engagement, Diana had a significant exchange with her husband-to-be regarding her choice of attire. According to biographer Andrew Morton, Diana recalled the moment vividly. "I remember walking into my husband's-to-be's study and him saying, 'You're not going in that dress, are you?' I replied, 'Yes, I am.' And he said, 'It's black, but only people in mourning wear black,' per insider." This interaction highlights the clash between Diana's youthful modern sensibilities and the traditional expectations of royal etiquette. For the royal family, black was typically reserved for mourning, a somber color not usually worn during joyous or public daytime events. As Cosmopolitan explains, along with other rules like carrying your bag on a certain side and avoiding nail polish, wearing black during the day was considered too sober and serious. This was a standard that Diana, unfamiliar with many of these customs, did not fully appreciate at the time. Morton further elaborated on Diana's perspective, quoting her as saying, "I thought it was okay because girls my age wore this dress. I hadn't appreciated." This statement underscores Diana's initial lack of understanding of the rigid dress codes that came with her new role. At the time, she was a young woman in her early 20s, accustomed to contemporary fashion trends that often did not align with the royal family's more conservative approach. The gown itself was a striking piece. Designed by Elizabeth and David Emanuel, it featured a fitted bodice, a deep neckline, and a dramatic full skirt. The choice of black added an element of sophistication and elegance, but it was also a color that carried significant weight within the context of royal traditions. Diana's choice to wear this gown was a bold statement, one that set the tone for her approach to royal life, an approach that often involved balancing her personal style and the expectations placed upon her by the institution she had married into. This moment was not just about a dress. It symbolized the beginning of Diana's journey in navigating the complex world of royal duties and public appearances. Her willingness to push back against Charles's objections demonstrated her independence and her desire to express herself, even in the face of traditional constraints. This dynamic would continue to play out throughout her life, as she often found herself at odds with royal conventions while capturing the hearts of the public with her authenticity and style. The Emanuel's black gown, therefore, was not merely a fashion choice, but a precursor to the many ways Diana would redefine what it meant to be a modern royal. Her ability to blend traditional elegance with contemporary flair made her a fashion icon and a beloved figure worldwide. The dress, much like the revenge dress she would wear years later, was a reflection of her spirit, bold, beautiful, and unafraid to challenge the status quo. Back to Diana's fateful moment in 1994, her iconic revenge dress was elevated by her exquisite choice of accessories, particularly the choker she wore that night. This wasn't just any piece of jewelry, it was a choker with profound sentimental and historical significance. Given to Diana by the Queen Mother, the choker featured a stunning sapphire brooch that had originally belonged to Queen Mary, reflecting the rich legacy of royal jewels being passed down through generations. The sapphire brooch was a wedding gift from the Queen Mother when Diana married Prince Charles in 1981. The brooch, a deep blue sapphire surrounded by diamonds, was a testament to the exquisite craftsmanship and opulence associated with royal jewelry. However, Diana's transformation of the brooch into a choker necklace exemplified her unique style and flair for fashion. She added several strands of pearls to create a piece that was both modern and timeless, with the sapphire prominently showcased at the center. Diana had a deep affection for this necklace and wore it on numerous significant occasions. One memorable instance was in 1985, when she famously danced with John Travolta at a White House gala. The choker, with its shimmering pearls and striking sapphire, complemented her elegance and grace, capturing the attention of onlookers and photographers alike. The choker wasn't just a piece of jewelry, it was a symbol of Diana's ability to blend tradition with contemporary style. By redesigning the brooch into a choker, she honored the history and heritage of the piece while making it uniquely her own. This act of personalizing royal jewelry was emblematic of Diana's approach to her role within the royal family, respecting tradition, but also asserting her individuality. Diamond expert Max Stone, in an interview with The Express, estimated that the choker could be worth between $50,000 to $100,000, or about $68,000 to $136,000. This staggering valuation not only underscores the intrinsic value of the materials, sapphires, diamonds, and pearls, but also the historical and sentimental value of the piece. The choker's worth is enhanced by its association with Princess Diana, a beloved figure whose legacy continues to captivate the world. And guess what? If Princess Diana's goal was to redirect attention onto herself rather than on Prince Charles and his confession of infidelity, the revenge dress definitely helped her accomplish that mission. The public's reaction was overwhelmingly positive. For many, this was the first glimpse of the new Diana, a woman who was not defined by her marriage or the royal family, but by her own choices and identity. British journalist Alex Longmore succinctly captured this sentiment in his interview with HuffPost, stating that the evening marked a pivotal moment in public perception. He noted, It was a classic case of a woman wearing the dress and not the other way around. Diana's confidence and poise transformed the dress from a mere garment into a powerful statement of self-reclamation. Anna Harvey, Diana's former stylist, later elaborated on the princess's intentions for that night. In an interview with The Telegraph, Harvey revealed that Diana was determined to look sensational, aiming to project an image of strength and allure. She wanted to appear as though she was worth $1 million, and by all accounts, she succeeded. The dress, with its elegant silhouette and sophisticated design, showcased Diana's beauty and grace, but it was her confidence and demeanor that truly captivated the audience. In 1997, Princess Diana made a decision that combined her love for philanthropy with her iconic sense of style. Following the advice of her son, Prince William, she chose to auction off several of her most memorable gowns, including the legendary revenge dress. The auction was held at Christie's in New York and was aimed at raising funds for charities close to Diana's heart, particularly those supporting cancer and AIDS patients. The idea to auction her gowns was a testament to Diana's enduring commitment to charitable causes. Throughout her life, she was deeply involved in various forms of advocacy, especially for AIDS patients at a time when the disease was heavily stigmatized. Her decision to sell her gowns for charity was a natural extension of her dedication to using her public image and influence for the greater good. The auction was a resounding success. Among the gowns sold was the iconic black silk cocktail dress designed by Christina Stambolian, famously dubbed the revenge dress. This dress, which Diana wore to a 1994 Vanity Fair event at the Serpentine Gallery in Kensington Gardens, symbolized her resilience and independence following her separation from Prince Charles. The dress sold for an impressive $65,000, with the proceeds going to cancer and AIDS charities. Diana's choice to include the revenge dress in the auction highlighted her willingness to let go of personal items that had significant sentimental value, all for the sake of contributing to causes she cared deeply about. This act of generosity not only benefited the charities financially, but also helped to further destigmatize AIDS and promote cancer research. The auction also included other iconic dresses from Diana's wardrobe, such as the velvet gown she wore while dancing with John Travolta at the White House in 1985. This particular dress, along with others, was auctioned off in 2013, raising over $1.2 million in total. The high prices these dresses fetched underscored Diana's lasting impact on fashion and her continued relevance in the hearts of many admirers worldwide. You might not know this, but fans of the Netflix series The Crown might be delighted to know that a dress designed to evoke Princess Diana's iconic revenge dress appears in the show. This deliberate choice was made by the show's costume designer, Amy Roberts, who meticulously recreated the look, paying attention to every detail to capture the essence of Diana's transformation. Recreating the revenge dress for The Crown required a deep understanding of the symbolism and significance behind Diana's original choice. As Roberts explained to Bustle, the decision to wear a black dress was a bold statement by Diana, signaling her defiance of royal conventions. Because the royal family doesn't like you to wear black, Charles never liked Diana to wear black, Roberts noted. This choice alone was a clear indication that Diana was tired of conforming to the rigid rules imposed by the royal family. While The Crown didn't exactly recreate the revenge dress itself, Roberts ensured that the dress worn by the character of Diana in the season 4 finale captured the same spirit and symbolism. The black dress in the show was meant to remind viewers of the moment when the real-life Diana stepped out of the car wearing her revenge dress, a moment that has since become legendary. Roberts hoped that this dress would help viewers understand Diana's evolution throughout the series. When you think of the first time that we see Diana, when we very first look at her dressed as this crazy little fairy, all covered in leaves, and the last time you see her it couldn't be more different, she explained. The contrast between Diana's initial appearance and her final one on the show was meant to highlight her journey from a naive young woman to a powerful, independent figure. Now, let's talk about Diana and Charles' failed marriage. After the initial separation in 1992, the divorce process between Princess Diana and Prince Charles stretched out over several years, finally being finalized in August 1996. Despite the drawn-out legal proceedings, both Charles and Diana quickly began to carve out new lives for themselves. Charles rekindled his relationship with Camilla Parker Bowles, whom he had been close to for many years. Their relationship became more public, and in 2005, Charles and Camilla were married in a civil ceremony at Windsor Guildhall, with Camilla receiving the title of Duchess of Cornwall. Their marriage marked the beginning of a new chapter for Charles, who had long struggled with the public's perception of his personal life. The couple remains together to this day, continuing their royal duties and public appearances. One of Diana's most enduring legacies is her work in the fight against landmines. In January 1997, just months before her untimely death, Diana visited Angola with the International Red Cross to bring global attention to the devastating impact of landmines. Photographs of her walking through minefields in a white blouse and utilitarian chinos captured the world's attention and highlighted the human cost of these hidden dangers. Diana's advocacy was instrumental in the eventual signing of the Ottawa Treaty, which sought to eliminate the use of anti-personnel landmines worldwide. Diana also devoted considerable time and energy to supporting cancer patients. She was a patron of several cancer charities and often visited hospitals to meet with patients and their families. Her compassion and willingness to engage personally with those affected by the disease made a significant impact and helped to raise both awareness and funds for cancer research and treatment. Perhaps one of Diana's most profound areas of influence was her work with the HIV and AIDS communities. In the 1980s and 1990s, there was significant stigma surrounding HIV and AIDS, and many people with the disease faced discrimination and isolation. Diana worked tirelessly to change public perceptions and reduce the stigma. She famously opened the UK's first purpose-built HIV/AIDS unit at London Middlesex Hospital in April 1987. Photographs of her shaking hands with patients without wearing gloves challenged the prevailing misconceptions about how the disease could be transmitted and showcased her fearless approach to compassion and humanity. Post-divorce, Diana's style evolved to reflect her new, more independent lifestyle. While she remained in the public eye, her fashion choices became a blend of practicality and glamour, tailored to her various roles and appearances. For her humanitarian work, she often opted for simple, functional clothing. The iconic images of her in Angola, dressed in practical attire for a minefield visit, contrasted sharply with her evening wear for galas and formal events, where she continued to shine in elegant gowns by designers like David Sassoon, Catherine Walker, Versace, and Dior. These gowns were often striking and sophisticated, showcasing Diana's enduring sense of style and her ability to captivate the public's attention. In her post-divorce years, Diana embraced her freedom and used her platform to make a meaningful difference in the world. Her ability to connect with people from all walks of life, combined with her dedication to her causes, solidified her legacy as the people's princess. Her work and influence continue to inspire and resonate, highlighting her remarkable ability to turn personal challenges into opportunities for positive change. What do you think about Princess Diana's revenge dress? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.